NAMO BUDDHAYA, NAMO RATANATTÀYA. Greetings to all venerable members of the Mahasangha, to our esteemed keynote speaker, Venerable P. Siwali Sanghanayaka Tero, to my renowned Venerable Bhikkhunī coordinator colleagues with our United Theravāda Bhikkhunī Sangha International, UTBSI, and to all our fourfold Sangha and manifold Sangha around the world. First, I would like to offer my congratulations to our organizer, Venerable Bhikkhunī Ayasantini Mahātherī, and to the entire UTBSI on the occasion of the launching and introduction of the UTBSI Dhamma program. Pioneering Dhamma journeys, acknowledging the significant contribution of the Bhikkhunī revival to the renewal of the early Buddhist three trainings of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā. Resilience and fortitude in the face of decimation. Following strong spread and development during its first 1,000 years, the millennia leading up to the 2500 Buddha Jayanti in May 1956, saw Buddhism severely impacted by political vicissitudes in almost all areas in which it had traditionally spread and been established. From Gandhara and the Indian heartland to Sri Lanka and South Asia, to Indonesia and Malaysia, then China, Korea, and Japan in East Asia, and in Southeast Asia, in Burma, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. In many places, the Sangha and Buddhism was completely or nearly decimated. However, the early Buddhist teachings and practices bear tremendous qualities of resilience and fortitude. In the 19th through 21st centuries, we've been blessed to witness and be a part of a great revival, with the rise of the Vipassana movements and global spread of Buddhist practices of insight and mindfulness meditation, Samādhi and Sati Sampajanya. Likewise, the 19th through 21st centuries have witnessed a progressive revival in both interest and accessibility, and both teaching and study of the early Buddhist suttas, Paññā, developing through study-based learning, contemplation-based understanding, and through meditation-based wisdom. The Buddha's threefold training of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā. While the revival of meditation and sutta teachings is now greatly widespread among all spheres of the Sangha, both lay and monastic, of the traditional threefold training divisions of the Noble Eightfold Path, foundational and enlightening Sīla teachings and training in Buddhist ethics and moral virtue have lagged behind, but are also now beginning an important and much needed revival. We see this revival in three ways. One, in the emphasis on Sīla being spread to serious lay practitioners through Vipassana retreats. Two, in Patimokkhha Sīla, spreading with the globalization of the Forest and Insight Traditions Bhikkhus communities. And three, in the revival of the Theravāda Bhikkhunī Sangha. It's on this last I would like to pause, reflect, and give due credit here now. Revival of Patimokkhha Sīla. Traditionally in early Buddhism, the Patimokkhha Sīla of the Bhikkhu and Bhikkhunī Sanghas is greatly revered, both in its support for personal liberation as a strong foundation for trainings in meditation and wisdom, as well as, and perhaps even more so, for its benefits for the strength, integrity, and endurance of the healthy whole Buddhist community. When bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, upasakas and upasikas maintain respect and reverence for the teacher, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, for the training, and for each other, after the final nibbana of the Tathālokā. This is the cause, this is the reason whereby the true Dhamma lasts long after the final nibbana of the Tathālokā. This is the Buddha speaking as recorded in the Kimbila Sutta, the numerical discourses. He frequently states likewise in the Anguttara Nikaya and also in the Samyutta Nikaya suttas. I would like to commend those outstanding members of the Buddhist Fourfold community who have, during this period of revival, worked so hard for the strengthening of Buddhism through the revival of full Patimokkhha Sīla for women, a very large percentage of the Buddhist population worldwide. Whether it be the great master Mingun Jetwan Sayadaw, the teacher of Mahasi Sayadaw, one of the most notable of the founding teachers of the aforementioned worldwide Vipassana traditions, or Anagarika Dhammapala and the leaders of the Mahabodhi Society of India, past and present, who've worked tirelessly for the revival of our Buddhist heritage in India, or the international patriarchs of the Sri Lankan and Cambodian Sanghas, such as the most venerable Heavenpola Ratanattāya Sanghanayaka Thero and Samdet Pramahagosananda, or more recently the Venerable Bhikkhu Brahmavamso Mahathero, popularly known as Ajahn Brahm, and the Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi Mahathero, who have also emerged as world-class luminaries for both their sutta and meditation teachings, together with their support for the revival of the Bhikkhunī Sangha, supporting revival of Sīla as well as Samādhi and Paññā. I would also like to commend my courageous and enormously dedicated Bhikkhunī Therī peers, some of the foremost of them here with us today with the UTBSI, who have together birthed this revival with their own bodies from an otherworldly dream concept into a lived reality manifest in our own world now, opening up the real-life possibilities for increasing numbers of sincere, faithful Buddhist women whose hearts incline to the full living of the monastic path set forth by the Buddha, to be able to do so. The third great revival. May the moral excellence of the Bhikkhunis, together with our growth in meditation and Dhamma study and wisdom through this Dhamma program, offer a worthy contribution to the Buddha's intention when he said, Yo hoti viyatocha visaratocha bahusuto Dhamma-tarocha hoti Dhammasa hoti anudhammachari Satadiso uchati Sanghasopanam. They who are knowledgeable and confident, very learned and expert in the Dhamma, who live according to the Dhamma, such ones are the beautifiers of the Sangha. Bhikkhucha Sīla Sampanno Bhikkhunī ca bahusutta upasako chayo sato yacha sata upasika. The bhikkhu consummate in moral virtue, the bhikkhuni who is widely learned, the male lay disciple who has faith, and the confident female lay disciple. Ete ko sanghang sopenti, etehi sangha sopanati. These illuminate the Sangha. These are the beautifiers of the Sangha. The Buddha, Sangha Sopanagata, verses on the illumination of the Sangha from the Sopana Sutta, the numerical discourses. Dedication. May our coming together now under the umbrella of the newly inaugurated United Theravāda Bhikkhunī Sangha International, a movement of virtuous unity and harmony in the Sangha, in a world so riven by conflicts, be for all our growth in the way of the Buddha, and for our together walking of the path of the Buddha unto its full fulfillment. Amhakan Tigaratang Hitaya Sukhaya, for all of our long-term benefit and the happiness it gives us. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The end of Pioneering Dhamma Journeys, acknowledging the significant contribution of the Bhikkhunī revival to the renewal of the early Buddhist 3 trainings of Sīla, Samādhi, and Paññā.